Mountain West. Check some notes here. In the Mountain West, it's basically almost all quarterbacks. We got a couple of honorable mention types. The biggest honorable mention is from Bursa with Sherm. I forgot to write his numbers down, but he is tops in receptions and yardage. He's top 2 or 3 in every category, along with receiving touchdowns. He's close. Not bad for an old man. Rounding out the top 5, we have Bobby, quarterback from the Savages. 55 for 97, 1,075 yards, 13 touchdowns with 4 interceptions thrown, 3 extra points, and 2 two-point conversions. He's also got 15 carries for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns, and 1 two-pointer ran in. Yours truly, no favoritism here, just actual numbers-wise. Your beloved Stay Classy quarterback, 85 for 148. Yeah, it's not good. 1,348 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with 5 extra points and 2 two-pointers. 26 carries for 258 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then we have Yoder from Bursa. I mean, no surprise that he's on this list. 72 for 136, 1,534 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions though, with 8 extra points and 2 two-pointers. And he's carried the ball 9 times for 137 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver from Bursa, Brandon, who's got 20 catches for 545 yards and 7 touchdowns. Both those last 2 categories leading the conference. And he's also received 1 extra point and 1 two-point conversion. And then finally we have Chad, the quarterback from the Weekend Warriors. 75 for 119, 1,195 yards, 19 touchdowns with only 1 interception, 7 extra points, and 1 two-point conversion. And then he's got 27 carries for 289 yards and 4 touchdowns, along with 1 catch for 20 yards. That rounds out your Mountain West candidates. And then moving on to the probably the most entertaining and busiest forum in the league, the Pac-12. Our candidates here, we're going to go with starting, let's go all different places. Where do you want to go? We'll start out with Norton from the Transformers, QB, his first full season of that position. 79 for 118, 1,091 yards, 10 touchdowns with 2 interceptions and 5 extra points thrown. He's also got 26 carries for 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 extra points run in. Another first-time QB, Shane from Wreckage, he's made this list. 59 for 71, very efficient passing the ball. 661 yards with 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 extra point, and 2 two-pointers. And then he's carried the ball 27 times for 320 yards and 3 touchdowns with 2 extra points. Matt, the quarterback from the Blackhawks, 70 for 93, 1,046 yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 conversions apiece throwing with extra points and 2-pointers. Then he's carried the ball 27 times for 362 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 extra points, or 2 two-point extra points, I'm sorry. Rounding out the top 5, we have Oren, playing wide receiver for Wreckage. He has 27 catches for 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 extra points, and 2 two-pointers. And on top of that, he's also got 1 rush for 10 yards, then 14 flag pulls and 7 sacks, along with an INT. Obviously, probably seems to be the most dangerous player for records on either side of the ball. And rounding out the top 5, it was hard with a couple of possible other honorable mentions, but what came down to it was, given what this player has to work with and what he's done has been pretty good, so I had to give him a shout out on here, and that's the quarterback from the Average Bros, Austin Ace Jackson, 48 for 91 passing for 581 yards, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 1 two-point thrown. 31 rushes for 472 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 extra point right in. And then he's got 14 flag pulls on defense. Again, he doesn't have a lot to work with, so his numbers take a hit there. But I mean, he's pretty much doing all he can with what he has. So numbers-wise, he still stands out over some other people. So we had to give him some credit for that one there. Those are your top 5 per conference for with a couple of honorable mentions here thrown out for the Hunkie Cooper Award, which is our version of the Heisman. Look forward to seeing teams come back from the Easter break. Now that some guys know where they stand, we'll see what they come out with, and if they're trying to play for numbers and wins, or they're playing just for wins and not worrying about the numbers or whatnot. And then there's some guys who can still stand out and make that honorable mention list, or that are on the honorable mention list, excuse me, and then try and shoot up there and steal some votes away towards the end of the season. Overall, it's been a great season so far. A couple of hiccups here and there, but again, we appreciate everybody's play out there and everyone coming out and just being great sports and competing hard, and your hard work is shown, and that's why the league, you know, it's old news, but that's why the league has 2 of these trophies for winning world championships in the top 2 divisions of the MCFFU tournament. So again, LV Gridiron, we salute you, and look forward to seeing everyone out there coming back from the break. So everyone have a great Easter, and we will see you soon.